Hey there, Aries. Welcome to a reading for the week of November 23rd. This week, we are going to take a look at your overall energy, and then we're going to clarify it with the baby tarot here, and we are going to see what comes up for you. So let's see what exciting stuff we have going on for you here. Definitely, this is a reading of needing to kind of like open up to something here, but we're gonna have to see what that is. I feel like you're kind of like trying to avoid some sort of conflict as well, but let's see what solutions we get for you here. Your overall energy is no place like home card. I feel like some of you, maybe you just want to spend time at home, or you're like thinking about it. For others, you have a lot of moving cards here. So for a lot of you, I feel like you could be moving. Let's clarify that. We'll take both. You have the exchanging gifts card and the higher power card. I feel like it's saying you are being divinely guided at this time. I do get like a weird story. I feel like for some of you, it's like maybe you have moved and maybe you are moving back home. So I do feel like that is possible for some of you, but let's see here. You start off with this wolf card here. The wolf card is a card of family and being very focused on family. So I do feel like maybe in the past you were very focused on family or having a family, spending time with family, all those other things, or family could have been kind of like at the front of your mind. It's also a card of being very determined, and you have the strength card with the Eight of Wands, in your first row. This is a very determined, very driven energy, and you have the Chariot as well. So definitely like a very driven, determined energy in this reading. So I really like to see this for you. My one criticism of this reading, well, we'll get into it, is you have the Strength card, the Eight of Wands, and the Page of Wands here. It's like a very positive new beginning. For some of you, I feel like this reading is quite simple. I feel like it's saying that something started moving forward. Something maybe you started to see a lot of success in. Maybe you started getting attention in some area of your life. For a lot of you, it looks like work or business to me here, Aries. So maybe you started getting a lot of attention. This looks like a COVID situation, and maybe COVID hit, and it's like now like things have slowed down, I feel, with this middle row. So I do feel like that could be a little bit of a challenge here. For others, I feel like this is a situation where almost like someone quit. This lion has its tail between its legs right here. So for some of you, I feel like, that's a saying of, putting your tail between your legs, and it kind of represents like giving up. So for some of you, I feel like you could have been in a relationship situation where someone just gave up and they just quit on the relationship here. That's almost like lone wolf vibes, which is really the Seven of Swords. You don't have the Seven of Swords here, but the Seven of Swords can represent lying, cheating, stealing, but it's also a card of the lone wolf. So I do feel like for some of you, not all of you, you are dealing with someone who just gave up. If you're wondering why someone walked away from you, I feel like that is the answer. I feel like they just quit. They just gave up with that strength card there. I almost feel like someone was like looking for a mommy is what's popping into my head. It's like this lady is really taking care of this lion right here, but it's kind of like popping into my head as a bad thing, not a good thing for you, Aries. So I feel that you could have been dealing with someone in the past who really wanted to kind of like be taken care of, but like too much, like they couldn't take care of themselves, So I do feel that was kind of an issue for some of you in the past, and that could be why you're maybe moving on from this situation. For others, like I said, I just look at this. This to me is like a speed bump reading. It's like, it looks like something was moving very quickly. Then maybe COVID hit here, which we'll talk about in a second. And it's like something has slowed down. You have the Seven of Cups in your next row here. The Seven of Cups says you are spoiled for choice. In a lot of ways, I would say maybe like the one positive side of things with COVID is that it slowed things down. And so, I feel like the kind of like the benefit of that, if you will. I don't really feel like there are any benefits to COVID. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that I do feel that maybe because things have slowed down, it has allowed for us to maybe kind of like slow things down in our own life. It's allowed us to focus, or maybe it has allowed us to come up with better ideas. I feel like it's also taken like serious situations, it has slowed serious situations down as well. And I feel like we still have more time where we will be able to take care of this. So if you're dealing with a serious situation, which is popping into my head, that some of you could be dealing with court or something like that with this devil card. I feel like you need to look at this as an advantage, the fact that COVID has slowed things down. I feel like you need to say to yourself, like, look, I have all this extra time now, and also my situation has slowed down, so I need to do some research or find some answers. So, you know, I feel like it's a crappy situation for the most part, but at the same time, it's maybe given us a lot of time where we can do more research or we can find more answers. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, if that makes sense. You have the Chariot, the Seven of Wands, and the Devil. It's like you see something as a very clear victory. I feel like you see something you want with this Chariot card. But then I feel like you keep bumping up against these obstacles with the Seven of Wands and the Devil. I feel like this could be getting people to see things the way that you do. Like I said, I'm almost getting enthusiasm in this top row here, Aries. Like you could be feeling very enthusiastic about an idea, but it's like maybe you try to, you know, tell your spouse about it, or you try to tell people in your life about it. And I feel like they just are either negative, or it's like they just don't see things the way that you do. In a lot of ways, I feel like this is strengthening you with this Seven of Wands. I feel like you need to quiet these voices, the Devil. It's almost like you have a choice, the Chariot or the Devil. It's like, look, there's a person here in the middle, the Devil, and there's a person here in the middle, which is you. And it's like you are controlling these two sphinxes here. It's not, you know, external circumstances. It's not toxic behavior or anything like that that's controlling you on the Devil card, if that makes sense. So in a lot of ways, I feel like this reading is kind of saying you have a choice. Either you can take control of a situation, or, you know, basically toxic situations could control you. I feel you are really in control at this time. I feel like this is kind of a very weird reading. I feel weird in this reading as well. It's like another one of those readings where I feel like this is a weird reading, but I also feel like this is very good because I feel like you have the opportunity to really take control with this Chariot. I feel like this is your most important card here. It is your best card here as well, but it is a card of success, abundance, victories, and, you know, kind of taking control. Again, these two sphinxes represent other people. You have the Five of Wands right here. Five of Wands could be other people trying to tell you what to do in your life. The Five of Wands could be external circumstances as well. So I really feel like you are kind of taking control this week and will be, and I feel like you need to realize that you do have control and that you are not stuck to a situation with this Devil energy. Next, you have the Five of Swords here. So I do feel like some of you could be experiencing some sort of separation. Five of Swords, Four of Cups here. It's like you're not quite getting what you want in a relationship. So I do feel for those of you who are in a relationship, I do feel like there could be, so even if you're not in a relationship, it's like maybe you still want to be with the person, or it could, you know, take it how it resonates. It could be the other person as well. But it's like something is not being manifested here with this Four of Cups, I feel. So for some of you, I feel like something isn't being manifested with this energy. But you have the Four of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Wands. For some of you, I feel like you're choosing to move on from a situation. The Six of Swords, it's like you're moving on to calmer shores here. I almost feel like something, it's like always a battle, I feel, with this Five of Wands. So I feel for some of you, you're kind of like moving away from either a person, or you're moving away from a group of people where it's always a battle. For some of you, I feel a very kind of out of balance, conflicted energy on this Five of Wands. For some of you, I feel like you're catching glimpses into something new. I'm just going to say what I'm feeling here, Aries, and this is going to sound really weird, but on this Chariot, I feel like people are asking you, like, why? Why are you leaving this situation? Those are the words that are popping into my head. And here's what I think that could mean. And like intuitively, I feel like maybe you're the Chariot, he's leaving something very secure. Look, he's got this castle behind him and everything, but he's like kind of taking control and going in a new direction in his life. And you have that no place like home card. I feel like it's saying, maybe something is a comfort zone for you. Maybe something feels really good. And I feel like people are saying all these things that you shouldn't listen to. Like, why can't you just be happy? Or why can't you just, be happy where you are? Or why can't you just be happy with this, that, or the other thing? I feel like people are like kind of making these, it's almost like they're trying to justify you settling in a situation. But this right here to me is the strength in the Chariot. It's almost like saying that that there's more for your life or in your life. And, I feel like you just realize that you want to kind of exceed your own expectations. The strength card is like wanting to stand out. The strength card to me says that you have a desire to stand out. You have a desire to do something great. I feel like the conflict here is that, for some of you, it's like you could be leaving home. You could be traveling. You could be moving, starting business, doing something that other people in your life have never done. I feel like the fear is, if this is like family, like let's say you're starting a business and if family is telling you like, oh, why can't you just be happy with a job and like all this other stuff. I feel like the fear here is you outgrowing them. So if you're dealing with that situation, I feel like that's a fear. For others, I feel like this is a controlling relationship where it's like the same thing. I feel like you could be with a person, maybe they're not directly controlling, but I feel like this is more like covert is what I'd say to you, Aries, where it's like they're saying things because it's almost like they don't want you to outgrow them. But that's on them. I feel like they're just not willing to grow. So it's like maybe you're trying to get fit or healthy. Maybe you're trying to improve your financial situation. And I don't know if I would call this, if you're dealing with one person, I don't know if I would call it lazy or say they were lazy or if they're just not willing to grow. And I feel like you're just outgrowing a situation here. And that could be uncomfortable, but you have the Chariot. It's like, I feel like you just know there's more with that card. But let's clarify this weird reading and see where this is growing or going. Growing makes a lot of sense, Aries. But let's see for you, Aries people, where this is going for you. And Aries, let's see here, Aries. Okay. Aries. Between the Strength card and the Chariot, Page of Pentacles, new beginning. It's like that there is something new, something very exciting for you in life. You know that there is something more for you here, and I feel like you're hoping for a new beginning. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you have just outgrown a situation. I feel like, that feeling sometimes, Aries, where it's like something has just become stagnant, and it's like the best way that I can explain it is it feels like your skeleton is going to jump out of your body, where it's like, if I don't move forward, my body, I am going to leave my body. That's like the feeling I get here. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you're just realizing that you want to grow. 8 of Wands to 7 of Wands, you have the Lovers. I do get this like weird defensive lover situation for some of you. So like I said, I don't think you are being defensive. I feel like someone is being like, has a more defensive kind of like controlling energy here with this Devil. Between the Page of Wands and the Devil, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands definitely says stick up for yourself here. It could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with, or Gemini with the Lovers card there. It could be a Leo, Cancer. It could be anything. This is just a general reading. But I feel like the Queen of Wands says you need to be bold. You need to be assertive, and you need to stand up for like what you believe in. Between the Chariot and the 4 of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands. Yep, definitely some sort of major new beginning. Again, I can't get past this fact. Like, I feel like people are saying, like, why, it's almost like they're getting mad at you for wanting more from life. It's almost like they're getting upset that you're trying to grow in a lot of ways. This could be family, friends, could be a lover as well, and it's kind of like someone is saying like, why can't you just be happy here? But I don't think it has anything. I think the mistake that this person or people is making is that it has nothing to do with happiness. It has to do with living your full potential, and I feel like that's what you're trying to do here with this energy, Aries. Between the 7 of Wands and the 6 of Swords, you have the Sun. It's like you are heading towards enlightenment, attention. You have the Strength card, which is a card of standing out. The Sun is also a card of standing out. It's also a card of attention, happiness, success, celebrations. This is a very good reading for you here, Aries. Between the Devil and the 5 of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Again, I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with immature energy. Like I said earlier, it's like this is a very confusing, clear reading. I know that was contradictory, Aries, but I feel like in a lot of ways I feel confused, but I'm wondering if I'm just picking up this person's energy. It's like they're just not willing to grow. So I feel like some of you could be dealing with a person who's just immature. Top row outcome, you have the 2 Wands. Yep, leaving comfort zone. Exactly what I said. 2 Wands is my card of leaving comfort zone. That's what I was picking up with on the Chariot. It's like he's got that castle behind him. Like I said, what's popping into my head with that is like you have the castle behind you, and I feel like people are saying like you have all this behind you. What more could there be? And I feel like what people don't understand about you right now, Aries, with this Chariot, is that it's like yeah, you have those things, but it's like part of life is creating new things or going on journeys and experiencing something new or building something new. And I feel like that's where you're at right now. It's like you're kind of in this wanting to explore stage of your life. Middle row here, you have the Ten of Pentacles. You are heading towards major success here, Aries. I wouldn't listen to anything that anybody says unless it's positive, plain and simple. I feel like you need to keep pushing towards whatever journey you are on. For some of you, I feel like maybe you have a secure job, but maybe you want something else. Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you're wanting to learn new things. And I feel like this is saying, do it, because I feel like your life will never be the same again. Bottom row here, you have the Temperance card. So turning a negative into a positive. Like in a lot of ways, I feel like people will come around as well. You know what I've been telling people lately? I mean, to me, this is very common. To me, the story shows up quite a bit for people in general. To me, this is like Neptune and Pisces, also Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus pushes us to for more freedom, basically, and it pushes us to create lives that we have never experienced before. The importance with Neptune and Pisces is us kind of changing our beliefs, and the reason that it pretty much affects family is because Neptune and Pisces is ancestral beliefs, things that we have always believed just because, like, there's no good reason to believe it. So it's like if your family believes that you should have a job, go to school, get a career, like all this other stuff, but then you do the opposite, it's like that's a direct challenge to the astrology. But I feel like you need to do it anyway, Aries, because again, also what I've been telling people with the astrology is part of our job, especially for spiritual, is to be examples for people. We need to show them that there is a way out. Think about it. It's a very constricting time right now. And this is why I encourage everybody to live their wildest dreams or do crazy things right now. Obviously don't take unnecessary risk, but, calculated risk at this time, because, to me, it's more important to be like an example for the people in our lives right now. Because even if they don't agree with it, if we do something, then we can help people, we can raise the vibration and help everybody. So, that's what I would say here. But anyway, kind of weird reading. I like it. I would definitely push yourself at this time. I hope it made sense, but thank you for watching, and definitely enjoy your week.